Hey everyone, in this video today I want to show you talk about Google's Notebook LM. And what is Notebook LM? This is a really powerful large language model driven application that Google has developed, and when I ran into it I was very impressed by what it can do. Now you may be already familiar with on all of the large language model provided chatbot like OpenAI, ChatGPT, Claude, obviously Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot. All of those are very powerful large language models, and they're extremely useful. But the problem with OpenAI and all of the publicly available large language models is that once you put your data, upload it, it becomes part of their learning resources unless your company has a special arrangement with those companies. So when I run into Google's Notebook LM, one of the distinguishing features is that Google claims on their page that any document that you upload, the information that you get based on those uploaded document only, and Google does not use those documents for training their models behind the scene. So your information is private. That's why it is very attractive to me. So I'm going to show you in this video how the Google Notebook LM works, what you can do. So before I get into the demo and show you the product, let me just go through what it can do. Once you upload a whole bunch of document in Google Notebook LM, what you can do is you can ask to summarize the document. You can create briefing documents out of, if you have 50 documents and you want to create a briefing document, it can create that. You can create a podcast where two speakers speak on the podcast. You can create a video brief out of those documents. You can create FAQ documents. You can do a research on the internet. You can ask Notebook LM to go to the internet and search on a topic that you are interested in, and it will find all the relevant sources, and then you can use those sources in your research. If you're a teacher, you want to try to create quiz out of your documents, you could create quizzes. Also, you could create mind map. It's an amazing tool to organize content, and then you can also create flashcard out of your content. So without spending a lot of time on here, I want to get into the tool and show you how actually Notebook LM works. Access Notebook LM, you just have to go to notebooklm.google.com. Once you go to that web URL, you are going to come to a page like this that you see here. You can see I have created several notebook. When you don't have anything, you're probably going to see an empty page like this, create your notebook. And by default, Google gives you one notebook that you can start playing around with. This one is called the Introduction to Notebook LM. So if you open this Introduction to Notebook LM, you can see that Google has already created this notebook for their product, right? You can see on the left hand side, the panel the interface has three different panels. The sources panel, what you see on the left hand side, there is the chat panel, and there is the studio panel. Now, if you can actually minimize the source panel here, you can minimize the studio panel here, then you have the chat panel. In the chat panel, that you can actually chat with all the document that you have on your source. So if you selected, let's select all sources, this chat window is going to be based on all the source document that is on the left hand side. So let me just minimize this and minimize this as well to show you. So here you can see with all these 26 sources that Google has on the left hand side for this notebook, they have kind of given you a brief summary a brief summary of what these documents are all about, right? The collected text offers a comprehensive overview of Notebook LM, an AI research and thinking partner. This is the key, AI research and thinking partner that organizes projects into separate notebooks. The core functionality is based on 3-panel design. That's what they're talking about, left hand side, middle portion here, and the studio, right? Sources for uploading various sources, like you can upload PDF, Google Docs, YouTube URLs, and then you can chat for interfacing with the AI based exclusively on the uploaded materials. That is important. Exclusively on the uploaded material. It is getting, so what that means is this does not hallucinate. It will only get the information from these sources, and it will also show you which source it got the document, which document it gets the source from. And it gives you, so the studio on the right hand side, for transforming research into different outputs. What they're talking about is this window here, and there you can, I'm just gonna go in a different view here. So what you can see, I'll show you when I get into one of my notebook what it looks like in the studio panel. So this, what else it's provide? Studio features include generating audio overviews. It's a narrative discussion between two people. Video overviews, mind map, amazingly powerful tool for organizing information. Various text analytics, right? So you can see it. Google gives you an overview of what the product is all about. Also, they kind of give you some default chat. How does Notebook LM's 3-panel design facilitate user research and creation workflow? If you click on that, you'll see it's going to give you the answer based on the documents that it has on the left hand side, and you'll see the result. So let me just minimize this window so we can see it, what it says. So I clicked on, how does Google Notebook LM's 3-panel design facilitate the user research and creation workflow? So here you can see it give you the answer. Welcome as an expert guide to Notebook LM. I can tell you that the 3-panel design is central to how the app facilitates a smooth research creation workflow. And it gives you the source, where it got the information from, right? And so everything that answers you here, it is cited with the citation and source. It's a really powerful feature. Now, so here you can see where are notes created. If you click on that, you will get the answer. Where does, so that's some of these answers are very long, so you have to take your time and read it. So you can see basically the concept is of Notebook LM that you work with your own sources, and the sources could be PDF, PowerPoint, Word document, Excel file, text document, video, audio, everything that you can think of. Okay, having said that, let me just show you some of these features, using my notebook. So if I go back here, and now you have access to whatever notebook you have access to. So in my case, I have created a notebook called the Future Proof Human Thriving in the Age of AI, right? So this notebook, basically I have a book that I have written called the Future Proof Human Thriving in the Age of AI. What I decided to do, I upload my books chapters. You can see the various chapters that I have on the chapter 1 to 12. There are 12 chapters in the book, and I've uploaded them in here, and automatically what it did is it gave me a little brief summary based on the 17 sources that I uploaded. Here it says the future-proof human thriving in the age of AI. The provided sources offers a comprehensive view on the necessity of human adaptability in the face of exponential technological acceleration, particularly concerning artificial intelligence. Excerpt from the book Future Proof Human argue that rapid change, illustrated by historical parallels like printing press and corporate examples like Kodak, demands a future proof mindset. So the purpose of my book is to prepare people to have a future proof mindset, focusing on continuous learning, reinvention, building wealth through multiple income streams and strong networks. Uh, Basically, you don't even have to read the book. You will get a pretty good idea just reading the summary here, what this book is all about. And then you can ask all sorts of questions. How must human mindset and skills fundamentally adapt to survive exponential AI growth, right? And you can see all these questions that it has already provided for you based on the sources, right? So let's say if I want to ask, who is the author of this book, The Future Proof Human. So if I ask this question, let's see what it got. So here it basically tells me, based on the information, the author of the book is me, Dr. Bashir Ahmed, and it also tells me about a little bit about me. Dr. Ahmed is described as an accomplished technology leader, entrepreneur, and innovator, and it gives you the sources where it got this information from. He holds deep expertise spanning the intersection of artificial intelligence, automation, and business transformation. And then it gives background about me as well, right? So really powerful. And then I have an article and Jeffrey Hinton. It says, who is Jeffrey Hinton? What are AI's biggest risk? So let's click on this. So based on the book, it will answer you what are the biggest risks. This is not based on the internet research. It's based on what's being put in the book. So you can see here, let's see, what are the biggest risks. The sources highlight AI's biggest risk across several categories, ranging from immediate societal disruptions and economic instability to long-term existential threats concerning loss of human control. So all of these are taken from the book, as you can, and the sources that I have on the left-hand side. So that's really powerful stuff in here. So let me, I can go on this, for a long time. I really like this tool. So I want to show you a few things that I have, created based on this notebook LM's capability. So before I get into the details, what can you do with these sources? You can create an audio overview. That is basically a podcast. So if you go on the left hand side and let's say unselect all of this and I say I want to create a podcast based on, let's say, my chapter 1 of this book, right? When you select the source and it selects the source here, and if you click on the audio overview, it will create a podcast. Now before you click on that button, you can configure what you want your podcast to be, like how long do you want it to be. So here Google gives you a lot of choices. You can create a podcast with a deep dive. It's a lively conversation between two hosts, unpacking and connecting topics in your sources. So whatever the source talks about, it kind of gives you a deep dive discussion. Or if you want to create a brief, maybe shorter summary, or if you want to have somebody look at the document, think about like this: someone is looking at the document and giving you a critical feedback on the document. Or you can have a creative podcast that is going to have two people debating on the content of the document. It's really, really powerful stuff. And you have a choice. You can make it shorter, you can make it a longer. The default is about 15 minutes. Shorter could be, depending on the content, how long the document is, it will be the size of it. So let me just show you when I created the podcast here. Let's see my chapter 1, what it says, the podcast. So this one I created, and if I play it.
This is the brief on AI's exponential growth and the cost of waiting. Okay, so here's the situation. Our sources, and yeah, this includes insights from tech leader Dr. Bashir Ahmed, they make it really clear. The pace of change, it's sprinting now, not creeping. And for your company, putting off AI advancement, well, that's basically the fast track to becoming irrelevant. We've got 3 key takeaways on why you really need to act now.
By the way, if you'd like to check out the book, The Future Proof Human, here is the book. This is the paperback version of the book, and I have the hard copy version of the book here as well. So if you really want to check out the book, you can check it out in Amazon. It is a book about, again, the title is The Future Proof Human to Thrive in the Age of AI, Chaos, and Change. The book has about 129 pages. It's a very easy read, really intended for non-technical business professionals, leaders, and managers. Understanding AI in the context of, from a business strategic perspective. AI is going to change the world. So the book is available in Amazon. You can find it there. So let me just show you where you can find it. So if you're on Amazon.com and search for the book, The Future Proof Human by Bashir Ahmed, you can see the book comes up here. It is available in Audible format, paperback format, Kindle version, as well as hardcover. So if you click on the link, then you will see the description of the book, and it's getting some good reviews from people who has read it, and you can read it yourself. This is for to prepare you how to be ready for the AI age going forward. AI is going to change the world, and I hope you're gonna pick up a copy of the book, and I'd like to see you as my audience. Thanks. So what you just heard is the podcast that was created based on this chapter, and it's very good. Now, besides the podcast, you can create also video overview of the sources. Same concept here. You can click on this pencil and decide what you want to do. Do you want to create a brief, a bite-sized overview to help you quickly grasp core ideas from your sources, right? Or you can make a explainer video. And the beautiful thing is Google has provided, you could decide, different style that you want to apply on your video. Like you can see, there's lots of choices. Basically, depending on your brand or your style, you could select the one that fits your need. So let me just show you some of the video that it has created for me. So these are, let's see if I can find the video from chapter 1. I may have created it. So let's say let's just play this one. I created this video, and if I click on this, you can play it. And let's go on a full screen.
Let's be real. The world feels like it's spinning way too fast these days. You've got AI, constant chaos, things changing every single day. And it can feel pretty overwhelming. So today, we're going to decode the new rules for not just surviving, but actually thriving in all this, based on the ideas in Future Proof Human. Look, this isn't about trying to predict the future. It's about getting ready for it. So let's dive in. If you want to get a handle on the world we're in now, you have to understand the sheer speed of it. Just look at this. It took Netflix, a giant, 3.5 years to get its first million users. When ChatGPT launched, it took 5 days. 5. Nothing in human history has ever spread that fast. This isn't just a gradual change, it's a total shockwave.
And that shockwave, well, it's rewriting all the rules for our careers, for the skills we need, even for how we just live our lives.
By the way, if you'd like to check out the book, The Future Proof Human, here is the book. This is the paperback version of the book, and I have the hard copy version of the book here as well. So if you really want to check out the book, you can check it out in Amazon. It is a book about, again, the title is The Future Proof Human to Thrive in the Age of AI, Chaos, and Change. The book has about 129 pages. It's a very easy read, really intended for non-technical business professionals, leaders, and managers. Understanding AI in the context of, from a business strategic perspective. AI is going to change the world. So the book is available in Amazon. You can find it there. So let me just show you where you can find it. So if you are on Amazon.com and search for the book, The Future Proof Human by Bashir Ahmed, you can see the book comes up here. It is available in Audible format, paperback format, Kindle version, as well as hardcover. So if you click on the link, then you will see the description of the book, and it's getting some good reviews from people who has read it, and you can read it yourself. This is to prepare you how to be ready for the AI age going forward. AI is going to change the world, and I hope you're gonna pick up a copy of the book, and I'd like to see you as my audience. Thanks. Okay, so I'm stopping the video, and if you click on this, you can close the video, right? So you're able to create podcast, video, and mind map. So let's see if I have a mind map. What is a mind map? Mind map is basically to organize your content. So I created a mind map based on, let's see. So here's a mind map that I created. And so basically all you have to do is select a source and say create mind map, and it will create it. So in my case, this mind map was about me, the book that I created. So what is this book about? And you can see it kind of organized the content in a way that kind of gives you a pretty good idea what this book is about. Here it says Bashir Ahmed, I am the author. About me, you can see about my background, about my current role and focus, my mission and passion. So if you look at that, you can see that I'm an accomplished technology leader, entrepreneur, deep expertise in AI, decades of experience. It's really, really good stuff. And now if you click on my role and focus, as you can see, I'm a founder of Rapid Links Media, pioneering conversational AI, transform customer engagement, etc. And then my mission is democratizing technology, help individual businesses adapt and thrive in the age of AI. So that's about me. Now, if you go dive in, you can see the winners, what the book talks about. There's some focus area in the book, winners and the losers of the new world. It tells you, who are the winners, who are the losers. It's really, really good how it breaks down the information from a text and breaks it down in a way that you can really understand and follow the book, right? So I really find mind maps are a very powerful tools for organizing data and try to get deeper understanding on the data, and then the personal lessons and choices. So this is just to show you, what the mind map feature is all about, right? So that's mind map. And then of course you can create flashcard, you can create report, you can create quizzes out of your content. So let me see if I have any flashcard here. I think I may have created, this is a note. So yeah, another word is you can add your own notes. So if you have, after getting some after chatting with your content, let's say you create get a results. So let me say, what is the pivot load? When a pivot loop, when I asked this, and it gave me the answer based on the book, right? So based on the sources provided, the concept of pivot loop is oh, this is not correct. I mean, I only selected one, that's why it didn't find it. But if I select all the sources, it would tell me what is a pivot loop is. And this is live. So what you can see with from the features of Notebook LM, that you can create audio podcast, you can create video, you can create mind map, you can create reports, flashcard, quizzes, all of that based on your resources. It doesn't go into the public domain to get you the answers, right? Now, in order to use these features, Google gives you sort of like by default, I think you can create 3 audio podcasts a day, 3 video in a day. So there's some limitation, but if you want to use all the features, you have to upgrade to Google's what you call the Google Pro. What is this? Yeah, you can upgrade to Pro license, Google AI Pro plan or Google AI Ultra plan, and that kind of gives you unlimited number, not unlimited. So here is the limit what you get. So with Notebook LM, you get 100 notebooks, each with up to 50 sources, and up to 500 words each. Daily limit of 50 chat queries, 3 audio segments, 3 video generation, 10 reports, 10 quizzes, blah 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 blah. However, if you upgrade to Notebook LM Pro capabilities, this increases up to 500 notebooks, each with 300 sources. Can you imagine how much you can store in there? As well as 500 daily query chats, 20 audio generations, 20 video generation. I mean, it's just unlimited, enterprise grade, right? So again, depending on your use case, you may want to upgrade or just use your standard functionality. Now, you do when you do upgrade, you see this little Pro badge in here. I have a upgraded version, that's why I have the Pro. And what else can you do? So this one, if you click on this, if you have a notebook selected, and if you click on this shows you analytics. And that I don't have anything because I have not shared this notebook with anybody. But if you have shared it with someone else, then you will see some analytics in here. So let me just go into the Google's notebook that was available to everybody, the introduction to Google. So, and then they don't give you this, analytics feature because Google doesn't want public to see it, right? So let me go back and go to my notebook here. And what you can do here with this, you can share with the notebook. Let's say if you want to share it with somebody, you have to just add them here. What do you want? Send a welcome message, and then you can share the entire notebook so people can chat and view sources, or you can simply allow people to chat only so that they cannot see the sources or change the sources, etc. So it's very powerful. And then copy the link and share it, to whoever you want to share it with, right? And then if you want to configure the notebook, obviously if you click on the help, you are basically going to be taken to the help page here. Ton of help available for you, learn about Notebook LM, how to use it. I mean, it's a ton of information that you can search through, right? So let's go back here. One of the features that I want to show you here is the mood. If you want to change the mood, I have a light mood right now. If I want to go dark mood, you can see how it becomes, changes the background. Or if you want to change it back to light mood, just click on it. That takes you back to your light mode, or if you want to have it in your device mode, you can click on that as well. My device mode is my light mode. That's what I have this here. Now, what else can you do here? Oh, the manage subscription. So if you don't have the pro and you want to upgrade, you can click on this manage subscription button here and then go subscribe to it. I am super impressed by what it is able to do, and how effective this is in terms of summarizing document, chatting with your content, and also creating all of these features that you have available. I am loving it. I have been using it for some times now. And if you are not using it, I would highly recommend that you give it a try. And if you find a good use case, how you're using it, I would be really curious to know, how you're leveraging Google's Notebook LM, and whether you have any comments or questions, and leave your comments in the video, and you can access basically this amazing tool going into notebooklm.google.com. As long as you have a Google account, you will be able to use it. And I hope you find this video helpful and you have a good use case for it. Thank you for watching.